Hi friend, welcome. If you're new, or welcome back to my channel, Planet with Brandy. Today we're going to do my weekly budget and my Hobonichi day free. I am loving this for my budget planner. Um, I have kept up with my spending. I didn't do so hot last week for spending. I did do a subscription to the Wrong new monthly subscription that they did. Came out. If you were a Patreon member, you could get access on the 31st. If you were not a Patreon member, you got it on the 1st. So it was either a 3-month subscription or a 6-month, and you had to pay it all up front. I did the 6-month, and actually think that it shipped today for January. So I didn't do so hot on the spending, but that's okay. We're just getting into the low buy, no spend for me. So I do have my little cheat sheet here, and I've been keeping track of it because I come in here on Wednesdays to do my budget. So Monday and Tuesday I have here on my cheat sheet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this book in its own little pouch. And then I'm going to keep my stickers. My planning stickers for that in there as well. So I have all those together. Payday off. And then that way I'm not going to have to go searching for them every time I do this. Back here I have my savings, which I did go through and update my savings. I don't have all of my sinking funds in this this little savings goal area. I just have a few of them that I am working on right now. I have my Angus beef, which is going to come to an end at the end of February, beginning of March is when we get it. Vegas is here. Once Vegas ends, then that money is going to go strictly towards my the house fund for updates in the house and the mortgage. We got pellets, which I'm not saving for those just yet, but those will come soon. Christmas, I'm going to start putting at least $25 a week to that. Pets. And then I haven't started saving for the car, a new car yet. And we're still debating on the Honey Expo or the Bee Expo. I don't know why I called it a Honey Expo. Because we just got notified that starting January 5th through October 2nd is the selling, what do you want to call it? Time frame for when I could potentially win the trip through Cavco, for which last year it was for Cancun, and for 2027 it would be to the Dominican Republic. So if that happens, then we wouldn't go to the Bee Expo. So we're debating, trying to figure everything out. I have my monthly bills here and my debt back here. I haven't started this yet. I have the money. I'm saving the money so I can potentially do this one all at once. But then we have this back here. So we're going to start back here with this portion. This is the easiest way for me to do it. Let me grab my sticky note and my, what do you want to call it? How I divide up. Yeah, it's a sticky note, but teller slipped. Hold on one second. So I also grabbed my calculator because I knew I was going to forget that. These are the teller slips. They come in a huge pack of Post-its. I want to figure out a way that I can keep, because we have 2 separate trucks for payments, and I want to figure out a way to keep my teller slips. I could do that back here, but I would like it to be possibly like a pocket, so I can keep my withdrawal and deposit slips here, and then the truck payments here. So I'm going to try and figure out a way to do that because they are kind of the width of this back here. But maybe if I folded those, the coupon book for the truck payment, I could get a pocket back here. I don't want it to be too thick. Yeah, so let's get right. And I don't want to stick these guys down on here. So I'm thinking about just grabbing a chunk of them and sticking them down somewhere. We'll figure that out too. Maybe I'll put that in the pouch. I'm having a hard time debating. Do I want to use up my jellies or do I want to use this kit? Because I only have like 3 or 4 kits that are random kits left. So I'm like, do I just want to use this up? I could potentially just use it up. Let's do that. And my jellies, I have another, I have my work content weeks planner. And then I did get my sterling ink, and that video I'm going to be doing a setup. I got that all planned out yesterday. So I want to do that setup. So let's get this all organized and I'll be right back. Okay. So down here, I want to cover that up. So I'm thinking about just using a regular old washi to cover that up because I don't like it. So I grabbed out some of the, what you want to call it, the Simply Gilded that kind of somewhat matches this kit. And we're just going to go down here. I'm probably going to have to trim that off. Stick that right there. So I think I did state it in my video on Monday, my main planner, my everything planner. I am no longer getting my full weekends off. I am going back to working Saturdays because the owner, I don't think that'll cover that up, would like, I could do 2 strips of it though, because that might be pretty. The owner would like someone from sales there on Saturday, which doesn't bother me. I mean, I've been doing that since I started working there. You know what? I should have done 1 and 1. I think that would look good. I mean, I get the point of having sales there. Makes sense. Especially since, like, I've gotten people where they want to just come in and, like, one of my customers, if they're paying cash for the home, like they sell their house and they want to purchase a modular or a double wide, and they want to come in, they know what house they want, and they are ready to do selections. And a lot of times people come in and just catch me off guard and they're like, hey, well, let's do some selections. I'm like, all right, sounds good. I had a customer do that in December, and luckily I was working that weekend. So they got to do that. And if sales isn't there, and my other coworker, she is service, so she was the other one that would work weekends. She doesn't really do that type of work. So when the owner said that he wants sales there on the weekends, I was like, all right, not a big deal. I was gonna talk to my manager about that anyways, because I was wanting to go back to work in that anyways, and I would only need like, I think it's like 1 Saturday or 2 Saturdays off so far for this year. And one of those Saturdays is when I go to Vegas. So that is fine. Works for me. that looks good. And you know what? I'll probably use the same kit for next week and do the same thing over here, but use the darker blue with the snowflakes on it. That's going to make me mad because it keeps popping up. I may have to take some glue and stick it down. Get rid of this washi before it lands on my sleeve. Yeah, we're going to take some glue stick and make sure that stays down, because if not, it's going to get stuck to my sleeve and then I'm going to rip it off and I'm not going to be happy about it. There. Hopefully that works. All right. Alrighty, so let's get into this. Oh crap, you know what? I didn't even write down what the check is. Hold on one second. Okay. So now I'm going to have to piece that together because I closed out of my video, but that's all right. Not a big deal. So you would think in this kit that there would be like a payday or something like that, but nope. All right, so this week, I was kind of hoping they had like something to, because I know in like my Hubman and Chub Girl, they have multiple like dots in a row. They do have some here, but there's only 3 and they're tiny, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Need 7 there, 3. Okay, I think I could do that. So 1, 2. I could do that. Yeah, we could do that. All right, so these are going to be my fixed expenses. So let's put this here. And let's write, this is my husband's week. And it is okay. And then these are fixed expenses. Oh, you know what? I never tested to see if this pen's going to bleed through. Let's see. No, it doesn't look it. Okay, perfect. So this one's going to be fixed. And then I'm going to take and put some of these little guys. So I have enough for next week too, which is perfect. And we're just going to go one line down. And I got 7 bills that are due. Well, they're not due, but I'm moving money over to savings to put away for when the bills are due. Okay. And then we got and what I'm going to do is I'm going to write my bill that's due in black, and then in pink I'm going to write the amount that needs to be paid. Like the bigger bills, I like to try and split them up. And then that way it doesn't hurt as bad when you go to pay it, especially the mortgage. And then I have one more. Let me see. Let me cut one little guy. And then that way, same color works for me. Cut one little, my mom gave me this little tiny, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little tiny pen like slicer, I guess. Let's see, did I cut enough? Did I cut through enough? I don't want to put too much pressure because I don't have a cutting board underneath and I don't want to cut right through. Oh, just took the whole sticker with me. All right, sounds good. There we go. Stick this on. I know I need to get my pay in fours done because I had most of them done. I had some of them done, like on my Klarna. I don't have any due this week, but I had some of them done. And then I went and ordered, I love the Strawberry Sunrise Alani. And I've been waiting for it to come out into the stores. Mind you, I just found some at one of my local stores this morning or yesterday morning. And I was going to go grocery shopping today, but then we got ice last night. And I ended up just ordering them off from TikTok over like Saturday or Sunday this past weekend. So I'm like, yeah, I don't need to buy them now. So with that being said, I'm paying on some Klarnas, on some shops. I think I do have one on my PayPal left, but that's due next week. And then I think that's done. So there's that. And these are my variable spending. Let's go with the goldish color. I'll put that guy down here. Let's go down one more because I got to do the total. And then we're going to write variable. And then I only have 3 on the variables. And we'll go with this light colored one. And then I have my savings that we are going to do. See, over here I have what I wanted to spend. Like, instead of going in here and doing like an estimated, I did it on just a notebook. And then that way, if I needed to change anything, I would. And I like made an estimated guess on my husband's check and I made it lower or what I thought it would be. And it's actually more than what I thought it was going to be. So that's good. And he actually wants more than what I was going to do for gas, which is fine. And I don't think I have any appointments coming up until the following week. Yeah, so I don't need to up my gas. And we really got to stop getting coffee in the morning. Because I've noticed those prices have gone up too. I'm thinking I might have to do pets again this week because I didn't have to buy my pup his food this past week. So I put that into savings. Actually, he might be good until next week. I mean, if I have to, I got it in the savings. So we'll just leave it as it is for now. And then let's get some pricing or some bill amounts down. And I do know the full amounts for my bills, but I always round it up no matter what the price, like the amount is. I always round it up to the next dollar. And then that way I have a little more than what I'm estimating. And my progressive bill and my mortgage, those are both going to be moved to the savings accounts that I have set up for them. And then the truck payment, that one I'm going to be taking out because that gets paid at another local bank. And it's just easier to do it that way. So, I'm only going to do 60 for gas for myself, and then I'm doing 75 for my husband. I actually should do pets. Just because I'm going to want to start putting, actually I can do that into the savings. I'll do that into savings. All right, so let's get a savings one down here. Let's do this a little darker one. So let's go down a little bit here. This is my savings. And then let's get these guys down. Let's use up these ones. Excuse me. I hope I'm in frame. Yes, okay. Probably should have checked that when I started doing this. My goodness. I usually do this like bright and early at like 5:30 in the morning. But with it being my day off, I decided to sleep in a little bit today. Well, I was up at like 4:30, but then I went and laid on the couch and went back to sleep. So we are saving for the house, Vegas, which I did buy a lottery ticket this past week for $10 and I won $200. So that money went into Vegas. Well, 150 of it's going into Vegas because I went and bought more tickets with it yesterday, but I only won $10. But that's okay. Beef. Car. Emergency fund. And then I think I will do pets down here, because he is going to have to go to the groomer soon, and he's going to actually have to go to the vet before we go to Vegas. So I want to get that one built up. So let's do, the house is 100. And we'll do 50 for pets. Okay. Now, because I did change some of the amounts, I might have to do some calculating. So this is 1436, and we have okay, and then we got 60, 75, and 200. I did up the groceries because 150 sometimes just isn't enough, depending on what we need. And this week we need a lot, just because we had some crappy weather and I did not feel like going to the store this past week. So, we didn't have our taco bowls, and we didn't do the beef stew, nothing like that yet. So now I gotta go and I gotta pick that stuff up. So we got 1, 2, 3, 450. I could actually do 200 to Vegas. So I could do 200 to Vegas, because I'm really trying to get that one saved up. And so that's 4, 5, 50. And then I'm gonna do 200 to the house. Or should I do 100 to the car? Let's do 200 to the house. That'll be good. Yeah, because we got some projects this year that we're working towards. So 2, 4, 5, 650. And then that'll leave us a little bit of a cushion in the checking as well, on top of what we have in there. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so now I'm going to go through and see what I got to do for cash. This one's going to be cash. I'm debating on if I want to leave the grocery money in there and do a pickup order. I'm probably just going to leave that in there. And then this is all cash. I'm just going to do a pickup order for the groceries. Then I just got to draw my little jiggy thingy over here. And then we'll go back here to the weeks. I'll draw that and I'll be right back. Okay. All I got to do is write in the amounts. We're going to do 200, 200, 1. The car is 50. So for my cars, it is just like for maintenance or registration, registration renewals, anything like that. And then pets, we're doing 50. I am not saving for a new car deposit yet because I'm not sure if I want to do it this year. I've been wanting a new one, but I don't know. 150, 250. So it should be 785. Okay, so for me, we're going to do a 50 and a 10. Do 50, 60, 75. The house, we're going to do hundreds, hundreds. Okay. So then we got 5 and hundreds. Okay, so something didn't add up right there. So we got 60, 75, 2, 2, 151, 785. How am I already 1, 2? Oh my God, I can't add today. That's 250. Not 450, Brandy. Okay, so that's 750, 785. Okay, so we got 785, and then we got 785. Perfect. And then I take my little sticky note and I get that ready for the teller. No ones, we're taking out 1, 5. Three tens. No 20s this week. And 500s. And I will fill out my deposit or my withdrawal slip off camera because of personal information there. So that is done for this week. So let's go to January over here. And then we'll get that filled out. And here's the days. Get those taken care of. I do like these kits. There's a lot in these kits, so they do come in handy. But this year, I am literally trying to stay away from buying any extra kits compared to what I get in my Hubman and Chub Girls subscriptions. Yes, I do buy their extra releases, which they just released Valentine's Day kits to their subscribers, and they literally like sold out within hours. So they are going to be restocking them for their subscribers. I think it's the Otter ones they're going to restock, but there's one, what was it? The Bananas About You, which was monkeys and hearts and very cute. I don't think they're restocking that one, which that one sold out too. So, which is fine, whatever, you know, they are trying to minimize their stock. So if a collection sells out, a collection sells out, and they are not going to bring it back. But the Otters, they are redoing that one, and I think they said that it will be Thursday for the subscribers again for the first 24 hours. So we are on week 2, and then the rest, the non-subscribers will have access on Friday at 3. So I did pick up some of the Valentine's Day collections, and you know, and I'm in a Facebook group, and a lot of people were upset that there wasn't washi tape and pins. And honestly, I'm okay with not having the washi tape for the kits. Because it's, I mean, it's Valentine's Day, and you don't need washi tape for one day. I mean, yeah, you can use it throughout the whole month, but what's the likelihood that you're going to use that throughout the whole month when you're getting a subscription, which we already got for the month of February, which was the Sweet Treats or something like that. So I was okay with not getting more washi. I have tons of washi. So let's put up here, we're going to put a date. And it is, let me erase that, close this thing up before I slice myself. It is week 2. That is something that I think I'm going to look into buying, is something that says like week 2, because I use it in my everyday planner. I use it in this planner, and then I'm going to use it in my health and wellness planner. So I'm going to look into finding something like that or making it myself. We'll see. I think I'm going to use this for the week. Make it a little more. Yes. And then it is, we're going to go January 5th through the 11th. Okay, and then I like to have these on the side. And what I did last week is once I had my spending added up for the day, I put it over here. And you know what? Let's put a little bow divider. And then I'm going to put, this is a light blue. Let's go with a dark blue. Actually, you know what? Let's use this week. Let's go this week. And then I'll get a thin this week's. And we'll use the goldish color. Spending. And we'll put this down. Perfect. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here as I did. Where did I put my washi? Oh, right here. As I did back here. And I think we'll go with, let's go with this one. Oh, this one's even thinner. And it doesn't go all the way over. Oh, maybe it does. Maybe it does. Okay. Yeah, so I will have, I'm going to, after I'm done this one, I got some cleaning I got to do. And then I'm going to come back into my room and start filming my setup for, let's go with this color. For the, what do you want to call it? My health and wellness. So we're going to get that, start filmed. And then that one's, excuse me. That one's going to be a little bit longer just because it is a setup. And I did take some inspiration from a creator that I have followed for a while. And I liked how she set up some of her pages. And I was watching some of her videos yesterday. So I did get some inspiration from her. And I will note that and give her all the credit because she's very talented with her books. Very detailed. You're going to be able to see a little bit of that writing, but that's okay. I don't mind. It's better than what it was before. I'm going to end up having to clean this off. I can already tell. And this is not going to cover that up. So I might go in with my whiteout and cover that last one up. And then I think for next week, I'm going to have to do something different because, oh no, I'll be able to do those two for next week. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we'll just use a whole different plant set next week. So let's get this side taken care of. Oh, let's white that out before I forget. Yeah, because this book is in Japanese. I don't know if they have an English version. They probably do. I just didn't get it because it wasn't available. So let's get this one taken care of. Because if I didn't go all the way up, I bet you it would. But then it wouldn't be even. Oh well, let's get this taken care of. Yeah, because I do have another kit that I can use. Another wintry kit. And I mean, I'm not sure on kits to use. Like I said, I think it was last week in one of my videos, I have all of my Hubman and Chub Girl kit from 2025 that I need to be using. So we will be getting a lot of those used up this year. Because I think I used my Dreaming Jellies. I used up a lot of that in the past 2 weeks for my my Hubman and Chub Girls Everything Planner. So I do have quite a bit of that used up. But that is my goal this year. To, if I'm buying them, they're gonna get used. Instead of hoarding them. Because honestly, there's no reason I should have that many binders full of stickers from Hubman and Chub Girl, because I get new ones every month. So there's no need for it. Yep, we're going to end up having to white out that last one too. But that's okay. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of decorating with the boxes down here. And then I'll keep this kit right with my book. And when I come in here to fill out the spending that I did, I can use up some of these. Let's put the weekend on. You know what? I'm actually gonna let's put down some pretty. I'll go like this. Let's do this one like that. And then let's kind of like overlap one like this. And then I think we'll do this one. Oh, I like that. And then we'll do this. Actually, let's kind of even it out. There we go. Cute. Okay. So on Monday, we spent some money Monday, apparently. Let's go with this. And we'll go like here. Yep, that's crooked. Oh, that one doesn't really want to stick. There's like no stick to it. Okay, all right. Is it because these are an older kit? I'm wondering. That one has stick, okay. So Monday, what did we spend? $123. 29, 6, and 4. This is TikTok. Tim's and Dunkin'. I go to Tim Hortons. My husband goes to Dunkin'. So that was my spending for Monday. So let's put a cute little bow under that, and that one doesn't stick. And that doesn't stick either. Okay. Let's see about this one. Nope, that one doesn't have stick either. Yeah, so this kit's a little older, so I'm guessing that is why there's no stick. Okay, so Tuesday we did a little bit of spending, not too much. A little bit better, but I did buy from Hubman and Chub Girl again on Tuesday. We did 7 at Tim's. I'm pretty sure my husband did some Dunkin' and it cleared this morning. It probably wasn't 6, it was probably 4, but that's okay. And then my Hubman and Chub Girl was 47. So this is just like extra spending, not like bills or groceries, nothing like that. And then we're going to put a payday sticker on here. And then we're going to put the amount that he was paid. And I do got to do my meal planning and that good stuff. And then we're going to put let's use one of these guys. Let's see if they're sticky. Yep, okay. We'll put his pay right there. And when I take money out for savings for the sinking funds, I do note that. I just note it. I don't write it in like my daily or my final, whatever you want to call it over here. In this, I don't write it over here because that's just extra spending. I'm going to see if I could find a better way to document the savings that we did this year. So far, that's what I've got for this week. No spending today so far, as I am, well, my husband might have got some Dunkin', but I will have to look into that and see if he did. I do got to go and get groceries, so I'm going to note that in here. Oh, let's do this. Let's put a savings down. Let's go with this lighter blue. Oh no, let's go with the darker blue because the lighter blue really isn't. They're a little bit longer, but that's okay. A little bit longer. And then I got to do grocery shopping, but I need to figure out what day that's going to be. I do need to plan. I need a grocery list, and I got to do my meal plan for the rest of this week. So that will get done, and that'll get figured out and put in here throughout the week. I got to sit down and do all that. And I did pull some of this just to throwing things. It's just one of my extra like sticker book things that I Frankensteined. I am going to stick this, if I can get it to come off. I like this sticker. There we go. And it's a Happy Planner sticker, but I really liked it, and I think I'm just gonna stick it right here. And then there's this one too. And that one I can probably just, perfect. And it says, save every penny you earned. Trying. Sometimes I have a problem with spending. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, let's throw in some money signs, some payday signs. Maybe if I can get them off. Perfect. I could write in where the bills are due too. Yeah, I should go through these and throw some of these on my cheat sheets, because some of these are I'm gonna want some of these. Okay, so I think that is all for today. If you like this sort of planning, and if you think it helps you, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you are notified when I put this out next week, as well as my Monday video of my everything planner. On Friday is going to come my health and wellness setup. And on Sunday, I am going to do my final flip of my Hobonichi cousin from 2025. So make sure you're subscribed and you have your bell notification turned on so you're notified when that is uploaded. And I appreciate you spending your last half hour with me, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.